Hey guys, Deborah with Pinching Pesos here, and I've gotten a couple of questions over the last couple months about, or requests actually, for me to do a video about Fotofuze. I use Fotofuze for my listings, and you can see like here, this listing for my littlest pet shop dog was all edited with Fotofuze. So these are my photos for my little doggy. And you can actually see, if I come in here, I can show you, what he looked like before, I think. No, actually, yay, sold something. I managed to, delete the pictures. Let's see, let me find one. Oh, here he is. There's, actually, here's the little kitty cats. And this is what they look like before. So you can see that cat. And then after, I'm going to put it over in here. You can see this wasn't planned. It's taking a while to load. Sorry about that. Come on, put her eating it. Okay, so then here is the after with the white background. So we have after photos, there's coffee cup, and then these were the other way. Like here's the kitty cat after, and then here's the kitty cat before. So you can see a huge difference in the before photo, after photo, before photo, and after photo. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do it. So you go into Fotofuze and you're going to batch upload. You start a new album and you just batch upload everything that you want to edit. So here's my trains that I'm working on right now. So you open it up and you can see how it kind of automatically starts, highlights what you want to keep. And that's called the magic, like the little magic selector, magic marker. And it'll actually just start naturally spreading it out. Since this one's pretty clear on a white background, it stays pretty accurate. Now on other things, like you can see like these little train pieces, they actually have a white that runs down them. If you need to take something out, there's an eraser. You can erase. You can just use the regular marker with the magic, so it won't expand. It'll only select where you're putting the mark. You can use the cropping feature and rotate. You can make it bigger or smaller for the selection. And then you can also preview. Preview is something that's only available on the Pro account. Pro accounts don't cost very much. I pay, I think, $2 a month for mine is what I decided, because it's on a donation basis. I think it's $2 or $3 that I donate to Fotofuze. I don't mess with any of the stuff over here on the other side, on the brightness or any of that. I leave it alone. And your previews are actually not even a completed version of what you're going to receive. It's just to give you an approximate idea of what your photo is going to look like whenever it's finished. So we're just going to go ahead and go through these. Now you can see how here it's selected, it automatically highlighted what is a shadow on this side. And I'm actually going to end up taking that out. So let's just highlight my piece. And we're going to erase this shadow. It picked up a mark that was on the table. And then I'm also going to crop this one. Just like that. So then this is what our end result is. It's actually just the piece with the shadow. Now this one, since the majority of the pieces are actually whites, I don't want to use the magic one because it's going to start picking up a lot of the background. I'm going to just go ahead and use the regular selector. Like that. And I actually found a lot of times if you just click instead of using it like a pen, you can get better results. And switch over to the magic one. You see how the magic expanded kind of everything? Go ahead and take that out. I'm going to crop it down. And that's done. So I'm just going to work through these photos so you guys get a clear idea of how it is. You know, if I just did one photo, you might not get it. So you can see this automatically selected all the browns, so that's great. Now, here's what I'm showing you about the previews and how they're approximate. You can see how it's missing a lot of pieces in there. When I get the finished product, it's not going to be missing those pieces, and I'll show you whenever it's finished. That's done. So you can see a lot of these don't need any extra work at all. Alright, magic. I took the magic off just because I've noticed if it's missing some colors, it's because, like some automatic highlighting, it's normally because my colors for my background ended up being too similar of the color of the item. And so it actually picked it up thinking that it was part of the picture. So I just want to work through all these photos just so you can see that it doesn't really take that long. It's not adding a whole lot of time to my process, and I think the pictures look much more professional, especially with shoes. The results that you get on shoes is really good, and it makes your item really stand out compared to all the rest of them with their grayish toned backgrounds. And this one's already done. I don't need to do anything else to this. Now you can see the white card didn't pick up very well, and I don't want it to pick up the rest of the background since it's so similar, so I'm not going to use the magic. I'm just going to highlight it myself. And it doesn't have to be very accurate. I noticed with some other of the editing background burning softwares, especially like the Microsoft one, there's one that's built into Microsoft 2010. I noticed that I had to be really accurate about, you know, how close I was to the lines and not making sure I didn't highlight anything else because it would pick it all up. And this program, I've noticed, it doesn't do that. And I did try Photo Scissors, and I know some other resellers have had a lot of success using that program, and I gave it a shot, and I didn't really like it either. And then Background Burner, that's provided by Bonanza. I didn't like that program either. Now, everybody has their own personal preferences, obviously, and this is just the one that I prefer. Now, you can see on this one how it's picking up a lot of extra, the magic is picking up a lot of extra background. And that's why sometimes on stuff like this, I just go ahead and just select it without the magic, but it's fine. You can see I turned the magic off for this one because a lot of my background was gray looking and the actual item is gray, and so it was going to start picking up a lot of extra background. Alrighty. And that one did good all on its own. So you can see it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to get this finished. I mean, it is really quick. It's not a lengthy process that I did feel like a lot of the other programs there was one that I was using, the Clipping Magic, that I felt just really took a lot of extra time to get the reds and the greens that they require you to do completed. What this one is, I mean, the majority of your item is already done, and most of the items that you have, if your background is white and your item is a darker color that it doesn't have a problem distinguishing what's background and what's product, normally it's just already selected for you, and there's really not a lot you have to do. Like you see right here, it's done. I don't have anything else I have to do. That's finished. And that's finished as well. Nothing else to do. So this one needs a little bit of highlight there, and done. So it's really not a complicated process. If you've never used Fotofuze, there is a free version that you don't have to pay anything. But like I said, I pay like $2 or $3 for it. It's, I mean, so inexpensive. That go ahead and give it a try. Now with the free version, you do not get the preview. And you also do not get extra large downloads. So your pictures are going to be smaller. The results of your photos are going to be smaller. So it's not going to provide you with the as large of a download as the Pro version does. It's totally worth it just to go ahead and pay a couple dollars a month for the Pro version. And it automatically just comes out of your PayPal every month. So we're almost finished up here, and you can see that we've taken 12 minutes of time on all of these photos, and I'll have to look and see how many there were. But it really just does make the items stand out. My little pet shop items, I only have 2 left out of all of the ones that I took photos of, and I just listed them the other day. And this comes in really handy, especially, I don't know if you're like me, but somehow the way I hold my camera, I pick up things in the background that aren't even close to my item. And then when you're trying to crop them, you can't really crop it out because it's like over here, and you can't just like cut off part of the page. So you can see that I took that out of the background, and now it's no longer there. Which if I was just trying to crop without, you know, getting rid of the background, it would still be in the background because there's really no way to crop that out of the square. Those are all done. And you might be asking why I have all of these pieces since I'm not doing parts anymore, but there's just certain items that are going to sell better as pieces. This entire train set is selling for about $29 whole, but I can sell just the engine alone for $20. So I went ahead and parted everything out. I'm expecting to get about $50 for it. And when you're doing similar items, it's very simple to do a sell similar listing, and it doesn't take you very much time at all to part something out like this. So I did go ahead and part out this train. Especially since the box was flat, and I really just thought if I put it in another shipping box, since it was so large, the odds of it getting crushed were pretty high, and a lot of the pieces are plastic, and so I was worried about them actually getting broken in shipping. So we're almost finished. I only have a couple more pieces left, and we'll be all done. And then we can see the end results of what I have here. Like I said, I don't really mess with any of these things over here. I keep things very simple. The fact that I'm just burning the background out is good enough for me. I mean, that's enough of an additional step to make my pictures look better. You can see it's only taking me like a second or two. So once you're all finished, then it goes back to your album. And you can see where it's processing. Looks like there was an error on this one. Let's see what happened. Okay. And it's processing there. Once it gets all finished, then all you do is a batch download, and it'll take all of the photos and download them from the Fotofuze website so that you can put them onto your computer. So it looks like it took us about 15 minutes to edit all of those photos. And then I want to go ahead and show you what we have here. Normally I just go ahead and replace them. I just copy and replace, but since I'm trying to show you before and afters, I'm going to go ahead and keep them and they'll get renamed. Alright, so let's see what we got. So here is an, let me get my head out of the way. Here is an after photo, and then here is the before. And so these are all before photos, and then we're coming up on our afters. So there's an after, there's a before, after, before. And you can see how clean the background gets and how it just makes the item look so much better. See, look at the before and the after. There's after and before, after, before. This is the after photo. This is the picture before. So yeah, it does a really great job. It doesn't leave anything out. Everything looks fantastic. And you see how simple it was to use. It's not a complicated program. I think anybody could do it. It really is not a complicated thing to do, just with highlighting the different items. And you see how when I was telling you, remember on the preview it had these pieces missing, but on the end result it wouldn't. And here's the after photo and showing that it actually has everything included that's supposed to be there. So these are all of our finished results, and I think everything looks fantastic. So I hope this is helpful to you. This, like I said, this was not an instructional video. This was just a demonstration. So if you need more details on how to use Fotofuze, I mean, like I said, it's so simple to use. I couldn't imagine that you would need too much details. But yeah, this is just a demonstration showing before and after results and how quickly you can do all of those photos and really set up a nice presentation for your eBay listings, because I just think it looks so much better with the backgrounds out. So anyway, you guys have a really nice day. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.